Canada finds itself at a critical juncture in its foreign policy. The world is shifting and the global landscape is more unpredictable than ever. Long-standing alliances are being tested and new alliances are being formed. New challenges are emerging on the global stage, from economic instability to geopolitical conflicts. Canada, a nation known for its peaceful traditions and commitment to multilateralism, must navigate these turbulent waters with care and strategic foresight. The country faces diplomatic tensions on multiple fronts, most notably with India, China, and the United States, each presenting unique challenges. These relationships, intertwined with economic interests and security concerns, are vital to Canada's future prosperity and stability. Canada's reliance on global trade makes amicable relations with its partners essential for economic growth and sustainability. However, recent years have seen an increase in trade disputes and geopolitical maneuvering complicating these relationships. These tensions have placed Canada in a precarious position, requiring a delicate balancing act to protect its interests without jeopardizing its core values and principles. This essay will delve into the complexities of Canada's foreign policy challenges, focusing on the specific dynamics with India, China, and the United States, and how these relationships shape its global standing. By examining the historical context, current disputes, and potential future scenarios, we can better understand the choices Canada faces and their implications for its place in the world. The relationship with India, for example, has been strained by allegations of Canadian involvement in Sikh separatist movements, leading to significant diplomatic friction. This has led to diplomatic standoffs and impacted trade relations, affecting both countries' economies. Meanwhile, China's growing assertiveness on the world stage has created friction points, particularly regarding trade practices and human rights concerns, which Canada cannot ignore. The United States, Canada's closest ally and largest trading partner, has also presented challenges under recent administrations, impacting bilateral relations. From trade disputes to border security issues, the dynamics of this crucial relationship have become increasingly complex and multifaceted. Understanding these challenges requires a nuanced perspective, one that considers both immediate and long-term implications. It demands a consideration of historical context, economic realities, and the evolving geopolitical landscape, all of which play a crucial role in shaping policy decisions. Only then can we begin to grasp the complexities of Canada's foreign policy and the choices it faces in a rapidly changing world, ensuring it remains a key player on the global stage. China's rise as an economic powerhouse has undeniably reshaped the global landscape, influencing trade dynamics worldwide. For Canada, this shift has presented both opportunities and challenges, creating a complex web of economic interdependence. While China represents a significant market for Canadian exports, particularly in natural resources, trade relations have been increasingly strained, leading to economic uncertainties. The arrest of Meng Wanzhou, CFO of Huawei, at the request of the United States, triggered a diplomatic firestorm, escalating tensions between the two nations. China responded with retaliatory measures, including the detention of Canadian citizens and restrictions on Canadian imports, notably canola and meat products, further straining relations. The imposition of 100% tariffs on Canadian agricultural exports, such as canola, has had a significant impact on Canadian farmers, affecting their livelihoods. China's justifications, citing pest concerns, have been met with skepticism, with many viewing the move as retaliation for the Meng arrest, rather than genuine agricultural issues. These trade disputes underscore the vulnerability of relying heavily on a single market, particularly one with a different political system and approach to international relations, highlighting the need for diversification. Canada has sought to diversify its trading partners and reduce its economic dependence on China, exploring new markets and strengthening existing ones. However, navigating this relationship requires a delicate balance, as China remains a crucial player in the global economy. Severing ties completely is not a viable option, given China's significant role in global trade and economics. Canada must find ways to engage with China constructively, while also standing firm on its values and principles, ensuring a balanced approach. This includes advocating for a rules-based international order, respect for human rights, and fair trade practices, which are essential for sustainable relations. The situation with China highlights the complex interplay between economics and politics in the realm of foreign policy, requiring nuanced strategies. It also underscores the importance of multilateralism for Canada, emphasizing the need for collaborative efforts. By working with like-minded partners, Canada can amplify its voice and exert greater leverage in its dealings with larger powers like China, ensuring a more balanced and fair global trade environment. The United States, Canada's southern neighbor and closest ally, has historically been a cornerstone of Canadian foreign policy. The two nations share the longest undefended border in the world, symbolizing their deep-rooted connection and mutual trust. However, recent years have witnessed increased friction in this crucial relationship, with several contentious issues coming to the forefront. The Trump administration's America First agenda led to the renegotiation of NAFTA, the trilateral trade agreement between Canada, the United States and Mexico. This renegotiation process was marked by intense negotiations and significant pressure on all parties involved. While a new agreement, the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, was eventually reached, the process was fraught with tension and uncertainty. The New Deal brought changes that affected various sectors, including agriculture, manufacturing, and digital trade. Trade disputes, particularly over softwood lumber and aluminum, have been a recurring point of contention. These disputes have led to economic losses and strained business relations between the two countries. The imposition of tariffs under the guise of national security concerns has strained relations and harmed businesses on both sides of the border. These tariffs have led to increased costs for consumers and disrupted supply chains. Beyond trade, issues such as border security, migration, and energy have also tested the Canada-US partnership. The construction of pipelines and the handling of cross-border migration have been particularly contentious topics. The Trump administration's decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement on climate change further highlighted the diverging priorities between the two countries. This move was met with significant opposition from environmental groups and policymakers in Canada. Despite these challenges, the Canada-US relationship remains deeply intertwined. The two countries continue to collaborate on various fronts, including cultural exchanges, scientific research, and defense. The two countries share a long history, common values, and extensive economic ties. These shared values and historical connections have helped maintain a strong bond even during turbulent times. Managing this relationship effectively remains a top priority for Canada. Diplomatic efforts are continuously made to address and resolve issues through dialogue and cooperation. This involves engaging with the U.S. government at all levels, building relationships with key stakeholders, and clearly articulating Canadian interests and perspectives. Regular meetings and consultations are essential to keep the lines of communication open. Moreover, Canada must continue to invest in its own competitiveness and resilience. This includes fostering innovation, supporting local businesses, and exploring new markets. This includes diversifying its trading partners, strengthening its innovation ecosystem, and investing in its people and infrastructure. By doing so, Canada can build a robust economy that is less dependent on any single partner. By doing so, Canada can better position itself to navigate the evolving dynamics of the Canada-US relationship and seize opportunities in a changing world. The future of this relationship will depend on adaptability, mutual respect, and continued collaboration. The relationship with India, for example, has been strained by allegations of Canadian involvement in Sikh separatist movements. This has led to diplomatic standoffs and impacted trade relations. Meanwhile, China's growing assertiveness on the world stage has created friction points, particularly regarding trade practices and human rights concerns. The United States, Canada's closest ally and largest trading partner, has also presented challenges under recent administrations. From trade disputes to border security issues, the dynamics of this crucial relationship have become increasingly complex. Understanding these challenges requires a nuanced perspective. It demands a consideration of historical context, economic realities, and the evolving geopolitical landscape. Only then can we begin to grasp the complexities of Canada's foreign policy and the choices it faces in a rapidly changing world. Leadership plays a pivotal role in shaping Canada's foreign policy. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's approach has been marked by a focus on multilateralism and human rights. For instance, Trudeau's stance on climate change has positioned Canada as a global leader in environmental policy. His administration's commitment to the Paris Agreement underscores this. Another example is the handling of relations with the United States. Trudeau's negotiation of the USMCA trade agreement showcased his diplomatic skills and ability to protect Canadian interests. However, leadership also faces challenges. The recent tensions with India over diplomatic issues highlight the complexities and sensitivities involved in international relations. In contrast, Trudeau's approach to China has been cautious, balancing economic interests with human rights concerns, as seen in the Huawei executive's extradition case. Leadership decisions, therefore, have profound implications for Canada's foreign policy, influencing its global standing and future direction. A world of alliances, balancing global partnerships. The Trudeau factor, assessing the impact of leadership. Hypothetical horizons, imagining Canada's foreign policy future. Narrator. As Canada navigates its foreign policy future, it faces a myriad of challenges and opportunities. Strengthening alliances with traditional partners like the USA and Europe remains crucial, while forging new relationships with emerging powers such as India and China presents both risks and rewards. Narrator. The geopolitical landscape is ever-changing, and Canada's ability to adapt will determine its global standing. Economic partnerships, security collaborations, and cultural exchanges will play pivotal roles. Narrator. Leadership, particularly the influence of figures like Trudeau, will shape the direction of these policies. Hypothetical scenarios include increased cooperation in technology and climate change initiatives, as well as navigating tensions in international trade and diplomacy. Narrator. Imagining Canada's foreign policy future involves envisioning a balanced approach that leverages its strengths while addressing global challenges. Written by John Ibbotson, The Big Shift: The Seismic Change in Canadian Politics, Business and Culture, and What It Means for Our Future. To ensure a secure and prosperous Canada, we must adopt a comprehensive strategy that addresses both domestic and international challenges. First, strengthening our economic resilience through diversification and innovation is crucial. Investing in technology, green energy, and education will create sustainable growth. Second, enhancing national security by modernizing our defense capabilities and fostering international alliances will protect our sovereignty. Third, promoting social cohesion and inclusivity will ensure that all Canadians benefit from our nation's prosperity. Finally, a proactive foreign policy that balances our relationships with major global powers will secure our place on the world stage.